So today I'm going to defeat this baloney narrative that's going around that Bill Gates has a desire to kill you through vaccinations and through his New World Order planning and goals here that he supposedly has. Let's go for a little history lesson, a little trip down America's memory lane. Trust me, I really will tie it together at the end of this. You can always see this on my blog, and the link will be in the description. Now, Bill Gates is not trying to kill you. So let's start by looking back first at Admiral Byrd, who has a conspiracy theory, if you will, attached to him. And I don't like to say that word conspiracy theory because that's what they always use to tell anybody who's telling the truth. They always say it's a conspiracy theory. Well, this one, it is. Okay. So here's Admiral Byrd, and you have quote unquote truthers like Alex Jones and other CIA-led agents of disinformation who tell you that Admiral Byrd left a diary saying that the world is hollow. That's nothing more than just a false fulfillment of Jules Verne's book, Journey to the Center of the Earth. Alex Jones is using a very old playbook. His agenda is a continuation of journalist John T. Flynn, who is saying the same old tired refrains as far back as the 1920s. So worked then, and it's working now. Admiral Byrd is Hugh Squire's uncle. Hugh is the closest link you are ever going to get to Admiral Byrd, who's openly speaking about the man. Why would anyone take the word of Alex Jones over the nephew of Admiral Byrd? Hugh says there's no Byrd diary. Period. There's nothing more to be said about it. Here's a little more about the Byrd family. Admiral Byrd is related to the late U.S. Senator from West Virginia, Robert C. Byrd. And if you've ever been to West Virginia, you've heard that name. Until a couple years ago, when he was beat out by a Michigan senator, Byrd was the longest serving senator in U.S. history. The state of West Virginia readily shows his mark all over the state, from high schools to bridges to streets, just everywhere. And though he disavowed his membership, Robert Byrd was a known member of the KKK. Another U.S. senator who came before Robert Byrd was Harry F. Byrd from Virginia, not West Virginia, but Virginia. Harry Byrd was also known as a segregationist racist. But more importantly is the fact that his family name goes all the way back to the original founder of Richmond, Virginia, William Byrd II, the original founder of Richmond, Virginia. What I'm attempting to do here is to show you the real Byrd family, not the fictitious family invented by Alex Jones and other so-called truthers. The Byrd family may have racist origins, but they are not fruitcakes who believe in hollow earth and think UFOs are flying in and out of it. Much rather, they are part of the lineage of the real founders of your country. Why would anyone believe a guy whose last name is already associated with a cult of suicidal Kool-aid drinkers like Jim Jones? Now, just as Alex Jones lived next to and knows Hugh, yet lives to confound the real truth of your country. For example, Alex Jones was born on 2/11, the reverse of the JFK assassination of 11/22, and that's no coincidence. So also Jim Jones' middle name is Warren. See, it says right here, James Warren Jones. That is no accident either. Hugh is from Warren, Michigan. This is the place the very pedo murderers who killed the first Catholic president came from. There was a lot of fear in the pedo Catholic community in those days. What would happen to them if a Catholic president was in charge of the newly formed CIA? So they did something about it. That's the real truth of the JFK assassination. It was Hugh's priest, Father O'Donnell from St. Mary Magdalene Church right next to Warren, Michigan, who testified in the Warren Commission to frame Oswald. The official government cover-up of the JFK assassination is called the Warren Commission after this town in Michigan. This is also the reason you just had Elizabeth Warren running for president. None of these things just happen without vast planning. The hiding of the murder of a president is vast and goes for decades. It will likely continue well after every last person involved is dead and forgotten. But here is the real truth. Pass this on to your children. With that said, what should you do when Alex Jones or someone like him gives you a story like this? This is Alex Jones' website, Prison Planet. And he's talking about how Bill Gates wants to kill you with vaccinations. Should you just drink the Kool-aid? To quote Thor from the Avengers, I say thee nay. No, let's really look at the Gates family for a minute while keeping in the back of your mind who the Jones family really is. Here is General Horatio Gates, who was a general in the American Revolution. Here is your first Bill Gates, Army officer from West Point, who fought in the War of 1812, the Mexican War, and the Civil War. And here's Lemuel Gates, mentioned in the same article, who also fought in the Revolutionary War. They reference him, but don't give you a picture. In fact, just like the Byrd family, the Gates family goes all the way back to the very origins of our country. Here's Sir Thomas Gates, the first governor of Jamestown. Has it occurred to anyone yet that just maybe there's a concerted effort to discredit, remove, and replace the real origins of your country? Why do you think John Adams is now the Addams Family? You know, the show about monsters? Where's the Lincoln and Washington family today? How is it that General and President Dwight Eisenhower's own daughter Laura is now a fruitcake nut going on and on about UFOs? Who's directing her? And by the way, Hugh went to school with the Lincoln family. I ask you, does it really seem likely that a family who left the old world to come to America, governed her first colony, and fought in the Revolution, War of 1812, the Mexican War, and the Civil War is trying to kill you? No, rather someone is trying to kill his entire family legacy. The reality is, people are jealous of those who succeed. As Americans, we must learn to appreciate those who created our nation, defended us, and employed us. We really do owe them that. Hugh Squire's family invented, then gave Bill Gates the software to make his first computers. Hugh is the link between the Byrd family and the Gates family. Is it any wonder that you have never heard of him? Why defend a billionaire? In fact, I paid him for the privilege to do so, and I find it an honor to do it. I purchased his software and am right now using the fruits of his business to write this blog. So is Alex Jones. I delivered your mail, America. What are you going to do with it? Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Bow and Arrow. Here's a link on my blog, which is under the description on YouTube. This will get you straight to this blog. Oh, I'm sorry. The blog is on the description of the YouTube. This description is link is for my new book, which, by the way, is not a flat earth book. I am not a flat earther, though I do believe there are many people who are obtuse. And remember, the JJs are better than bungholes. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.